How's it going, everybody? It is iVisual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus Bogart over here in the OU tier. So he leads off with Hard Body Bay Landorus T as I lead off with my Alolan Ninetales. And yeah, we're going to use some nice Aurora Veil team and some more cheese for you. Last time I used Sticky Webs and Ubers, now time to bring in the Aurora Veil in OU. So just gonna get my Veil up as he just wants to get the Stealth Rocks up. And now I just have a bunch of setup sweepers in the back. They are pretty much Calm Mind, Suicune with Vincoon, Protect, Substitute, Scald. We got Autotomize, Citrus Berry, Celesteela, Porygon-Z, Z Conversion, and then Zygarde with Figgy Berry. It's a pretty cool team. And then, yeah, he just goes for the U-turn. I get a nice freeze dry off on him. Also, this team I'm using, I accidentally forgot to bring 6 Pokemon, so that's kind of cool. I brought 5 Pokemon on accident. But, you know, the other battles, they have 6 Pokemon. Also, I do have Mega Tyranitar with a Dragon Dance, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Stone Edge. So I brought in Tyranitar on the Nihilego as I should be able to take anything, get that Sandstream up. And now I just want to go for a Dragon Dance as he brings in the Landorus T. I know this thing is not Choice Scarf, so I don't have to fear it going for an Earthquake since I had my Alolan Ninetales outspeed it earlier when I got the Veil up. So I can just go for a safe Ice Punch over here. I kind of don't want to take Rocky Helmets, but at the same time I don't want to miss Stone Edge, so that's why I went for the safe Ice Punch right there. As now in comes Scizor. I should be able to take a Bullet Punch, mainly because I got the Veil up, and Mega Tyranitar with Aurora Veil is a bulky monster. So I do have Fire Punch, like I said, and I can pretty much almost 1-hit KO the Mega Scizor. But unfortunately, because of that Landorus T Intimidate, it lowered my attack, so I'm only neutral, so I can't KO Mega Scizor, even though Mega Scizor is 4 times weak to fire. Still does not KO it. So luckily, another Bullet Punch allows me to live since I still have the Veil up. Mega Tyranitar is just so bulky with Veil, like I said. I could live 2 Bullet Punches and I get to knock out the Scizor right there. But I am pretty weakened, and a Choice Scarf and Nihilego can knock me out and get a Beast Boost, and I don't want that to happen. So I go into Zygarde, as I'm pretty sure the Nihilego probably wants to just go for the Power Gem. Also, I still had Veil up, but then it ends right there. Maybe Tyranitar could live, but I don't know. He could have maybe even had Grass Knot lock himself into that. And I could do a nice chunk to Zygarde as well. So, anyways, I switch out into a Alolan Ninetales as I expect him to go into Tapu Bulu right there. As expected, now I can get the Veil up. Since Zygarde can't really do too much to Tapu Bulu. I mean, it could extreme speed it, especially since I have Coil, but the Bulu is going to be a standard like bulk up set or Swords Dance set that could be a little bit more challenging to deal with, because I can just set up as well and kind of just break through Zygarde, unless it's not going to be that set. So I'm not too sure. So I mean, back in the day they used to run a lot of Soul Vest, and this is kind of old game. But yeah, I got the Veil up. He just goes for the Horn Leech, and now I just go for a Freeze Dry, as now he switches into Volcanion. Also, his team, noted, does not have any Stealth Rock here, which is pretty interesting. Usually that's not recommended. Stealth Rocks are always recommended on a team, and also it doesn't have a Defogger as well. But, I mean, you know, it's Veil, so you just set up and go. It's not going to win every matchup, but it is going to definitely crush certain matchups for sure. So Volcanion actually packs the Groundium Z Tectonic Rage, and that does absolutely nothing. Mainly because I have the Veil up, it doesn't really I don't know if it gets weakened by the Grass Strain. I'm pretty sure it does not. Especially because it's probably Earth Power, and Earth Power doesn't get weakened by Grass Strain. But I'm not too sure if when it converts into Groundium Z it gets weakened. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I mean, either way, Ninetales will for sure live because I have the Veil up. And I get a nice Hypnosis off on the Volcanion, making it fall asleep. So 6% accuracy is on my side. So now this allows me to go into Porygon-Z, and I'll take this opportunity to want to go for my Z conversion. This is going to be a modest Porygon-Z as well. 1 point faster than max speed Heatran, which is kind of good and kind of bad sometimes. You'll see in one of the later battles. It's kind of bad, actually, because once I turn into an electric type, Heatran can go for the Earth Power and hit me with super effective damage, even though at +1 special defense, Porygon-Z does live a Earth Power from a modest Heatran. It does like 59 to 66, something around that. So, anyways, I Nasty Plot up on this Tapu Bulu because I need to just like, you know, get as much special attack as possible to just break through the rest of his team. And plus, I mean, why not? Tapu Bulu can't KO me. I'm pure electric type. I'm not normal type anymore, so Tapu Bulu does have the superpower, and it's not super effective. So Tapu Bulu doesn't have anything that can hit me with super effective damage. Unless he got a crit, maybe, but the reason why I wanted to get like plus, I think 3 now, since I had +1 from the Z move and +2 from Nasty Plot, is because I'm pretty sure this Alolan Marowak is going to be Lightning Rod. It's immune to electric moves, and yeah, Ice Beam is not very effective to it, and I have no other move to go for on the Alolan Marowak. Sometimes you see Hidden Power Ground on Porygon-Z. I ran that in the battle tree. It's pretty nice, but this set, Nasty Plot's pretty nice to break through more bulkier teams, especially if you run into I guess Chansey as well. You want a Nasty Plot up on it. But most stall teams, they have like an Unaware Mon. Even though Adaptability Porygon-Z hits like a truck against the Unaware Mons, unless you run into Quagsire, you can't Thunderbolt it. Ice Beam won't do too much either, but it'll do a little chunk. Quagsire doesn't appreciate Ice Beam too, even though it's not stab, but it is modest Porygon-Z. So anyways, they brought in Zygarde, KO the Volcanion, KO the Alolan Marowak, and now in comes Choice Scarf and Heligo with the Hidden Power Ice and just KO my Zygarde, which I did not expect to be carrying, but I mean, I guess he should have brought that in before the Volcanion. I'm guessing maybe he thought Volcanion would live, I don't know, but yeah, now just bringing Suicune because I'm pretty sure Suicune can 1v1 the Hidden Power Ice locked Nihilego. And I just need to go for a few Scalds. Unfortunately, Nihilego is so dang bulky, SpDef wise, and has decent HP. It's gonna live a few Scalds, but at least I know guaranteed it won't be able to beat Suicune since I'm practically like regaining all the health that he's doing damage to me because I have leftovers, and Hidden Power Ice is doing absolutely nothing. So goodbye Shower Cap, and I actually pulled through with only 5 Pokemon, which I guess says a lot versus some Yu-Mon, because he does have Arumon as well, which is a Alolan Marowak. Volcanion's Yu-Yu, Heligo's Yu-Yu, but he does have the Landorus T, the Mega Scizor, and the Tapu Bulu, which are our top tier OU Pokemon. I mean, hey, Landorus T for ya. So now next up we guys versus Muddy, and Muddy looking at their team, looks to be running a Sand Rush team, maybe Sandville Gliscor, that could be nasty. And maybe a Mega Scizor, maybe a Stealth Rock. I don't know. A lot of Pokemon could have Stealth Rocks on their Muddy's team. Literally 5 of those 6 Mons could learn Stealth Rocks. So I'm not too sure. We'll just have to jump right into it. But I'm for sure thinking that's Mega Scizor. And maybe even Z-Move Excadrill or Z-Move Komodo. Komodo is pretty common Z-Mover with Clangor, Soul Blaze, and OU. Especially with Sticky Weapon, it's like a truck. So anyways, I'll lead off on Alolan Ninetales as he actually leads off, or she leads off with the Tyranitar. So right off the bat, it's not a good matchup for me because I don't get the Hail Up, and I can't get the Veil up. So maybe I should have split off with something else, but I don't know, I just wanted to lead off Alolan Ninetales. So now I go into Zygarde. Kind of risky if Tyranitar does have the Ice Beam, they do like to carry it, especially if they're Mega. But luckily they're switching to the Scizor, so I'm guessing they didn't want to go for a Stone Edge on the Alolan Ninetales, or they predicted me to do something like going to Zygarde. It was a pretty nice play right there, because Zygarde can't really do too much to a Curses, or let alone if it Swords Dance is all the way up, that could be a little bit annoying, especially if it has knockoff. But most of the time they're Curse. But I guess Swords Dance is to play over here, and unfortunately I went to Celesteela, it's offense Celesteela, I do have Fire Blast, and I miss against the Mega Scizor right there, and that would have just KO'd Scizor, and that would have been magnifique. But unfortunately that is not the case, and it just U-turned on me. I'm like, what? Okay then. I could have just hard switched. U-turn literally did nothing, but okay. So Harry Fairy came out. I go into Alolan Ninetales, as now Harry Fairy goes for the Cosmic Power, and I'm like, oh no, 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 honey. You are not allowed a Cosmic Power in my face. Let me just Hypnosis you. Okay. We're not going to deal with this today. No, 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 honey. And I do kind of want to get Veil up, so that I can just take hits. So I'm going to get the Veil up, and now I'm going to go right into Tyranitar and just drag it ants up. Because I know this thing is going to be Magic Guard since it's not taking any hail damage. If I was unaware, that would be a little bit more annoying, because then I can't boost up and break through it. And since it's Cosmic Power, I don't have any status move, so I'd have to like go for Suicune Pressure Stall and like Scald Burn it, stuff like that. It's going to be a little more annoying to deal with and a lot longer to deal with. But I think Suicune would have taken care of it, like, you know, Protect Stall and stuff like that. That's what Vincune does with pressure. But at least I don't have to go that route, and I just go into Tyranitar with the Veil up. I'm just going to drag it in up. But unfortunately, this Clefable, dang, running Toxic. I'm like, what? Cosmic Power Toxic? What is this set? You have to be running this nasty set. Well, at least it's not unaware, like I said. But at least I can just drag it up again and go for the Stone Edge and hopefully break through the Clefable, even though it does have +1 defense with the Cosmic Power and +2 attack. It carries Moonblast as well, which is interesting, so I'm guessing its last move is probably Soft Boiled. with Toxic Common Power, so that's just an evil set. Just boost your defenses and just Toxic Pokemon and just Moonblast them as well. Usually you would see like Charge Beam with Sword Powered on this set, sometimes even Unaware, but it really just depends. People prefer Magikarp as well because they don't like getting status. So luckily I get to knock out the Clayble right there with the second Stone Edge. I am pretty weakened from the Toxic and a little bit of chip from Moonblast. So now in comes Yoink, the Mega Scizor, and should be able to knock me out with the Bullet Punch. Even if I have Veil up, I was in range of getting knocked out. And I'm pretty sure this is an offensive Mega Scizor, even though most of them are max defense. Probably running a little bit of attack since most Swords-Dance ones do like to run a little bit of attack, I would say. Maybe even special defense, I don't know. But now I go into Celesteela, go for the safe Fire Blast as now. Muddy just brings in Rock, which is Tyranitar. Tyranitar takes that like a champ, but I do have Flash Cannon. Nice stab Flash Cannon. And we're just going to go for a little bit of chip. Unfortunately, Tyranitar does not get KO'd since, you know, in Sand, Tyranitar's special defense is off the charts, and, you know, Tyranitar is just really bulky naturally. And then gets the Rocks up, which is kind of unfortunate since now Alolan Ninetales switch-ins are limited. So, actually, when I went for the Autotomize right there, Tyranitar is packing Roar, and I'm like, what? Okay then, well I guess no Autotomize for me and no Beast Boost for me, so brought in Suicune. I'm just going to go for the safe Scald. Scald is actually looking pretty free versus Muddy's team. They don't have a too good switching. Maybe if the Komodo is special attacking, that could be a nice switching. That could be a little bit annoying as well, because Komodo could run special attacking moves, but most of the time they like to run like physical attacking moves like, I don't know, close combat, stuff like that, so not too sure. But at least we get to knock out Tyranitar there. His Sand is gone. Maybe Excadrill is not Sand Rush, but I mean most of them are when they have Tyranitar Sand. So now in comes Scales, the Komodo. I'm going to go into my Alolan Ninetales as Komodo, like I said, are usually Dragonium Z, or actually no, it's Commonium Z, Clangorous Soul Blaze. And lo and behold, it is packing it with the Clangorous Soul Blaze, so do not want to let that thing get the +1 in every single stat. So that's why I go into Fairy type. Even if you're Dragon Dance up, I'll take the KO from the Alolan Ninetales. Like, usually they might have like Poison Jab, or I don't know, Iron Head. So you hit Fairy types. Most of them Poison Jab because it hits Tapu Bulu harder. And Tapu Koko. So, yeah, pretty nice for me. And yeah, it just goes into the Mega Scizor. Pretty nice switching versus Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales don't really carry HP Fire, but I could Hypnosis it if I wanted to. And now I just bring in Celesteela as they actually brought in the Excadrill, so that's pretty nice for me as I should be able to live anything Excadrill needs to go for. I can hopefully Autotomize up. Excadrill does turn out to be a Light Orb as well, so that makes sense since, you know, your Z mover was Komodo. And I get a nice Autotomize off, so I'm faster than everything. And luckily I did not get flinched by that Rock Slide right there, so hopefully I can land my Fire Blasts this time and to knock out some Pokemon. And luckily I do knock out the Excadrill right there, because Rock Slide would do a chunk and maybe even put me in range of another attack from Muddy's Pokemon, like maybe a Scizor, Bullet Punch, maybe Gliscor could live a hit from Celesteela and knock me out. Since +1 special attack, Celesteela might not be able to knock out Gliscor from full HP, which it does not. But luckily Gliscor just has knockoff, I guess, so I already ate my Sitrus Berry, so doesn't really do much. And yeah, down goes Gliscor right there. So that's pretty nice for me. Get another special attack raise, and Yoink comes in. I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast. Luckily no miss. And that thing should have went down a long time ago, man. I could have maybe even swept a Mega Tyranitar from the... Well, I was toxic, never mind actually, but I could have maybe broke through another knock, possibly. So I got Air Slash for these fighting types, so Komodo, and down you go. Komodo to the Celesteela. So that's pretty nice for me. Down goes that team. So pretty scary looking team, but luckily my Aurora Veil pulled through. So next up we got versus Danny. Danny looking like a nasty Chansey right there with Mega Gallade. I love Mega Gallade. And we need to see that Pokemon more, even though it's deadly, and if I see it more I might lose more. But yeah, looking like Danny has Celesteela as well. A lot more annoying Pokemon. Greninja and Fernape is pretty cool. Fernape is a UUmon, but it's pretty nice in the OU tier as well. I used to use that a lot. And the good old Landorus T. Probably the Rocker Landorus T. Maybe Spikes Greninja, maybe Scarf and Fernape. Maybe offensive Z-move and Fernape. Who knows, but Landorus is maybe offensive. Because Celesteela usually like to be like the defensive backbone of Chansey, like to be especially defensive. So I'm thinking Landorus is going to be offensive. But anyways, I'll lead off with Ninetales. I don't want to catch a gunk shot, and I know it's Protein Greninja because it is female. Battle Bond can't be female. That's the given reason why. So I go into Suicune, predicting it to be Gunk Shot, but nope, goes for the Rock Slide. So that's I guess a move it can go for as well, since Rock Slide is pretty nice for Volcarona, and you can just try and revenge Volcarona unless it gets +2 speed, then goodbye Greninja. So, in comes Chansey as I just fire off a safe Scald. Maybe I get a burn on something, who knows. It could be nice to chip away at Chansey since every little chip matters on Chansey. Putting in range one of my special attackers in the back, like maybe Porygon-Z, since I do have Hail up and to Scald, burn with it. So now just going to Alolan Ninetales as I do want to get my Veil up as Chansey just fires off a Seismic Toss. Pretty interesting play since usually Chansey would maybe want to fire off a Toxic, but I guess it makes sense since Suicune could have Protect or even Substitute and just stall out those things and make Toxic, you know, not work. So Chansey's actually carrying the Stealth Rock, so I guess I could have guessed that since Lander's T maybe is just Swords Dance or something like that, or maybe even Rock Polish as well. So I'm guessing it's going to be like offensive variants with Chansey and Celesteela as a defensive backbones, like I said. So now I bring in Zygarde as I just want to start setting up with the Veil up. I don't want to take advantage of it, and you know I do have Figgy Berries, so Seismic Toss shouldn't be that big of a problem. But in comes Lander's T as a Dragon Dance up. So Intimidate, kind of a little bit annoying, but I should be able to just Dragon Dance up again. And unfortunately, the Lander's T is backing the Hidden Power Ice right there. So luckily, since Veil is up, I get to take another one of those, and I get to eat my Figgy Berry after that. So I'm praying that the Lander's T does not critical hit me. I go for another DD because I want to be able to outspeed the Choice Scarf Greninja. I need +3 speed. And then maybe I can just go for some coils if I so need to be. But I decided to just go for the 1,000 arrows because I'm pretty sure I can just 2-hit KO the Landorus and do a lot of damage to the rest of his team. So he goes for the Earthquake right there. So pretty sure that's not choice locked, and he does reveal he's leftovers as I just went for the 1,000 arrows. So I'm able to knock out the Landorus T with the second 1,000 arrows. Luckily he didn't keep it, so that he can just like, you know, bring it back in and intimidate me, because sometimes people like to do that and lower your attack. But I guess he thought maybe Greninja could revenge me since, you know, it is Choice Scarf. But nope, +3 Zygarde. I am running max speed, max attack on the Zygarde, and I am able to outspeed the Scarf Greninja. Maybe if I was not running any speed, maybe sometimes you would see Figgy Berry Zygarde with not a lot of speed and they put a lot of HP in it, but this time we're running a lot of speed. So now in comes Celesteela, get a nice 1,000 arrows off on it, and make it fall to the ground. So now the 1,000 arrows is going to be super effective to it, and it will for sure not live the next one, because it's, like I said, super effective. It's only Steel type now. And Heavy Slam does not KO me since, you know, Zygarde is pretty, I guess, heavy as well. So go for the next 1,000 arrows, and down goes Celesteela. So that's pretty nice for me. And looking at the rest of Danny's team, nothing can really stop it unless they bring in a priority move in Infernape, and lo and behold, we got the Vacuum Wave. So I was like, dang it, man, I had Extreme Speed. I should have just went for it. Maybe it could have knocked down Infernape, because I was at +3 attack. I think I was at actually +2 since Lander's team Intimidate the first turn. But either way, +2 would have done a lot, so that kind of sucks. So now I go into Alolan Ninetales, just get the Veil up faster than Infernape naturally by 2 points of speed. So I should be able to safely get it up, and I should be able to live Vacuum Wave, even if it's life or max special attack. And since I am running max HP, Alolan Ninetales. But he does have the Fire Blast, and that's kind of scary, since that can bop Celesteela. But I bring in a Porygon-Z and hope that he doesn't have like close combat. Maybe that can knock me out. Probably would easily knock me out, but I'm guessing he's just like a full special attack Infernape, since he did have Vacuum Wave and Fire Blast. But he could be mixed as well. I'm guessing his like other moves are like Hidden Power Ice and something else. So I go for the Z conversion. I should be able to outspeed the Infernape, but he still has Chansey, so this Thunderbolt is actually not going to do anything to Chansey, since Chansey is just a bulky monster with a Violite. So maybe I should have went for a Nat Claw right there, just predict him to go into Chansey, since it is a little risky to stay in, since his Infernape would get KO'd, and Infernape would be really nice for Celesteela, and Celesteela could maybe even 1-run the rest of his Pokemon, since he doesn't even know what kind of Celesteela I am. But unfortunately, I should have Nax Clawed it up right there, since the Thunderbolt does not do enough again, and he gets a Soft Boil off. So now I go for the Nax Claw right there, and hoping that maybe I can break through Chansey, but Soft Boil recovers too much HP, and +3 Thunderbolt is not going to do enough to the Chansey. Like, it does a lot, but it's not going to be enough to KO it. So I'm going to go down to the Seismic Toss over here, and it's not looking too good. It's looking pretty grim for the Infernape matchup. So I bring in Tyranitar, and Tyranitar should easily beat Chansey. Like, Stone Edge with a +1 attack, oof, that's going to do a lot. But Vacuum Wave is not, it's definitely going to probably KO me, even though it is a pretty weak move. It's only 40 base power and it's priority. But I am 4 times weak to it, you know, rock and dark, so not looking too good. So Chansey goes for the soft foil. Smart play, just getting all the HP as much as possible so that I can't knock you out with +1 Stone Edge. So I have to go for another Dragon Dance to try and do as much damage as possible and, you know, just get as much speed as well. So Toxic's me right there, puts me on a timer, which is bad. I don't know, Seismic Toss, Toxic, kind of the same thing. It would probably put me in range of a Vacuum Wave either way. And also Veil ends right there. I needed Veil to probably live a Vacuum Wave for sure. I mean, Bullet Punch does a lot either way, so 4 times weak, oof. But there is a difference between special attacking moves and physical moves, since Vacuum Wave is a special attacking move. So Tyranitar does have, I think, a little bit more bulk and special defense, and with the Sand Up as well. Raises it a lot. So I'm kind of praying that I can live this Vacuum Wave with Veil gone. So then comes Infernape, it's Life Orb, I am Toxic, and fortunately Tyranitar goes down to the Vacuum Wave. So that is going to be the game versus that Infernape and Celesteela. Actually, I still have Suicune, but lo and behold, Suicune is going to get bopped by this Infernape because this last move, or one of its other moves it has, is Grass Knot, and Suicune is going to get destroyed by that. So I'm like, dang, I thought I had it versus with a Suicune, but nope. So yeah, Celesteela is just going to get bopped by this Fire Blast. The only hope that I have is if it misses, but we all know Pokemon has, oh baby, it missed, what the hell, I go for the Autotomize right there. Jesus Christ, that is Pokemon for you. You never give up, you never fail. Oh my god, that is some Ash Ketchum comebacks right there. We dodged the Fire Blast, we knock out the Infernape right there, and then his last mon is Mega Gallade. Okay, then I'll take it. Because naturally, most people will just be like, oh man, forfeit right there. Infernape just Grass Knotted my Suicune. I go down the Fire Blast, but we dodge that Fire Blast. Ooh, 85% accuracy, not today. We all know that's a dang lie. It's probably like 10% accuracy. So unfortunately, Mega Gallade has insane special defense. I mean, we already know this if you watch my Draft League battles. And lives that, but luckily I live on a Sliver. And if the Glade, I guess, had Shadow Sneak, I'm out of range of that since I had that Sitrus Berry. And I just go for the safe Flash Cannon since Air Slash didn't, you know, cut it and Air Slash cutting. And the Air Slash does have 95% accuracy, and maybe I would miss that. So yeah, we just go for the safe Flash Cannon. So that's gonna be an unfortunate GG versus Danny right there. So next up, we got versus Argon. Looking at Argon's team, oof, no Mega, looks like. And maybe the Stealth Rocker is looking only to be Heatran. And yeah, I mean, maybe defensive Zapdos, maybe defensive Tapu Bulu, maybe a offensive Zygarde, offensive Keldeo, obviously, and Kartana. I don't know, maybe Choice Scarf. Keldeo or Kartana could be the Choice Scarfers. Maybe it's Banded Kartana, Scarf Keldeo, maybe Specs Keldeo, maybe Zenith Keldeo, who knows. Anything could be anything, really. So I just lead off with Alolan Ninetales, as it looks to be the best Pokemon to lead off with, as he leads off with Exam Paper, the Kartana. And Kartana can just go for the Smart Strike if it is going to be Choice Scarf, and I do not want to risk that, since I want to keep my Alolan Ninetales to, you know, Veil up, and that would be a smart decision. So I just go into my Celesteela, as unfortunately he makes a nice play going for the knockoff, predicting me to switch out right there. So I lose my Sitrus Berry, turn 1 of the game, or I guess turn 2, but yeah, it's kind of bad. So in comes Hot Potato as I switch out. I expect him to switch out since I'm pretty sure he's probably like Scarf Cells, Kartana, like looking at the team, but you never really know. So I bring in Alolan Ninetales because I really want the Veil up. It is kind of scary though versus a Heatran because it could have Flash Cannon and bop me through the Aurora Veil, but maybe I could live. But he actually turns out to be Firium Z. And usually the Z with Heatrans are Steelium Z, so that's pretty peculiar that he has Firium Z, but maybe it's for a certain Pokemon, you know. It can pop a Mega Save for sure. And actually Alolan Ninetales lives the Firium Z through the Aurora Veil, so that is pretty nice for me. I get to keep that Ninetales for another day. And I just go into Suicune, as Suicune should be able to easily beat the Heatran, unless Heatran just goes for a Toxic right there, but nope, got the Rocks up. So now that I'm going to have limited turns for Alolan Ninetales, and actually Alolan Ninetales goes down to the Rocks since I was pretty weakened, so that kind of sucks. I can't get Veil up anymore. So I go for Substitute, as unfortunately Heatran does have the Taunt, which is like, ah man, yeah, Z move and Taunt, that's disgusting. So I can't go for Calm Minds, so I guess I just gotta fire off some Scalds, as in comes the Tapu Bulu. And Tapu Bulu, I'm pretty much gonna hope that I can get a burn on this. 30% chance. I have Veil up, I should be able to actually just 1v1 it with Veil. But at the same time, if Veil goes away, maybe I can't 1v1 it if it is going to be set up in top of Bulu. Because if it's set up, I can't 1v1 it, I'll have to switch out. Because, you know, it would just boost up its attack and it just keeps clicking Horn Leech. But I could stall out a lot of Horn Leeches as well. Like, that could be really a good idea for me. Even though it is a little bit annoying to deal with, but it's still a good idea. So, luckily I did get the burn right there, so Horn Leech does not break my substitute. And honestly, I probably should just like stall this top Bulu out with Protect and Substitute. But I was really feeling some Calm Mind, so at first I really wanted to Calm Mind up and try and win the game with Suicune, but he does have Kartana. And one of these turns he switches out to Kartana and gets me. So Taunt wears off right there. I go for a Calm Mind, which is kind of like a little greedy play. I should have maybe just protected and just like stalled out a little bit more. Just been a little bit more annoying because I really do need Substitute up to like win the game with Suicune. Substitute is a priority. Like I said, Kartana. It's just Leaf Blades me and it does a lot. And I can't KO it unless I have a lot of special attack raises with Calm Minds. And since Kartana has a really bad special defense, Scald should KO it if I get like maybe, I don't know, 4. And that should be a nice range to KO it. So Nature's Madness, that's a smart play since Nature's Madness always does half of my HP and that should always break my substitutes. So he's pretty confident Horn Leech won't break my substitute since he's burnt. But I mean, maybe if Veil goes away, he can break it with the Horn Leech. But Grass Terrain goes away as well, so I'm not too sure anymore. And he could be just like a non-attack investment on top of Bulu, so he could be just not really, you know, offensive at all. But who knows? I mean, judging on the Nature's Madness and Horn Leech, he's probably a Soul Vest, to be honest, because that's usually what they run up with a Soul Vest. So I go for another substitute, hope that he misses, because I think he missed one of the Nature's Madnesses, but nope, none right there. So now I'm just going to go for some Protect Stall and just waste some Nature's Madness, but he finally makes the switch into Kartana right there. Smart play, because I go for Protect, so he expected that right there. So now I go for another Protect, as I want to see what Kartana wants to lock himself into, and I do believe he just goes for the knockoff and just gets rid of the Suicune's item. Now I make a very foolish play right here. Never make this play. Like, I don't know, this was a while back, so maybe I was just a more foolish player. I got my leftovers knocked off on Suicune. Never let that happen, because when leftovers is knocked off on Suicune, oof, there goes your Suicune. You're lost. Like, your Suicune is done for, because you can't protect, you can't substitute up, you can't stall out moves. So then comes Viz over here, the Keldeo, and Keldeo will Secret Sword, hits the defense side of Suicune, and it's just gonna 2-hit KO me, so that kind of sucks. So I pretty much just sacked my Suicune right there. Even though I did get a nice Scald damage off on the Kartana, which I really wanted, but at the same time it just wasn't worth it. I could have just switched down to like Tyranitar. I guess I was scared of it not being Scarf, but I mean, looking at the team build Scarf, who knows really. So I bring in Zygarde, as Zygarde should be able to take Secret Swords, and he just brings in Kartana as I just go for a Dragon Dance, and unfortunately +1 speed, Zygarde is going to get sped by Kartana by +1 speed. So, goes for Leaf Blade, that does a ton of damage. I mean, I didn't go for a Coil, so that makes sense. It does over half. Go for another Dragon Dance, now I should be able to outspeed the Kartana, but I go for a Coil instead, since I want to just set up as much as possible and try and break through his team with Zygarde. Like, I'm just going for game now. So, another Leaf Blade, luckily no crit, because that would have killed my Zygarde and ignored the defense raise. I get that Figure Berry, and now I decided to go for the 1,000 Arrows because I just want to have as much HP as possible, and I'm pretty confident that all these attack boosts should be able to just win me the game. So, in comes Tapu Bulu. I have Extreme Speed, and I actually just go for it. Should be able to 2-hit KO it, and he's burnt. Horn Leech shouldn't do a lot, but unfortunately I get a crit right there. So that's kind of huge because Tapu Bulu would have been able to get a little bit of chip off with Horn Leech. So now comes Shock Burb. I go for the 1,000 Arrows, and Shock Burb does live on a sliver of HP, and it is packing Hidden Power Ice. So that critical hit mattered a lot right there, since he would have been able to give me enough chip where Hidden Power Ice from Zapdos would knock me out. So now I get to KO Zapdos and another Mon. But he still has Zygarde in the back, and Zygarde actually can be packing Extreme Speed, so he does have that going for him. So he won't be able to get swept by my Zygarde. So down goes Zapdos. I'm guessing maybe that. I'm pretty sure that's defensive Zapdos with Hidden Power Ice, because if it was offensive, it probably would have been one-shotted by like all my attack boosts. But I don't know. Forget. So he does have the Extreme Speed right there. I could have went for my own Extreme Speed, but it won't even knock him out. So I just wanted to go for 1,000 Arrows and hope that he's not E-speeded. I can knock him out, but unfortunately that's not the case. And also, 1,000 Arrows is not affected by grass terrain, even though it's a ground. So I brought in Celesteela, just go for the safe Air Slash as in comes Hot Potato. Maybe I could have doubled out right there, but like I said, this was foolish Viz, and you know, I lost my leftover speed cone. So now I just sack Alolan Ninetales to the rocks since I don't have a too good switch in the Heatran. He has Magma Storm, so that's pretty cool. Fire Emblem Z. And now this is where I was talking about. Porygon-Z Modest versus Heatran. I go for the Z move, and yeah, it's gonna do like 59 to 66 with the +1 special defense. That's totally fine, but unfortunately, this Heatran gets a very nice critical hit on my Porygon-Z and knocks me out with Earth Power. So I guess that's to be expected. I did get a crit on him, but still, man, I mean, if I didn't get the crit, I probably still would have won because I would take that, to be honest. Like, yeah, Zapdos would knock me out, but then I'd go into Porygon-Z and just Z conversion up and win the game, to be honest. Like, what is Zapdos gonna do to Porygon-Z? So that is actually really bad for me. I would prefer, like, if I didn't critical hit Tapu Bulu and, you know, he didn't critical hit me. Because I would have actually won the game. Because, say if he didn't get a crit right there with the Earth Power, I would have knocked out Heatran easily from the range it was at. It would do like 90 to 100. And then Zygarde would come in, and it's a roll to knock me out with extreme speed. It does like 33 to 39. So yeah, he would have to have like a very high roll and very high roll with E-Power as well to, you know, beat Porygon-Z, and I would just Ice Beam the Zygarde. So now I just have to go into Tyranitar, try and Dragon Dance up, but unfortunately I missed my Stone Edges, so the Tyranitar does absolutely nothing, and Heatran beats me with the Earth Powers right there. So that kind of sucks. And now I just bring in Celesteela, and Celesteela is not going to beat Heatran. No way, like ever. Maybe if I had Autotomize up and Air Slash to down, and maybe that could work, but that's just so unlikely. And, you know, this is Pokemon, that's not going to happen. So, I mean, I ain't no Jirachi, that's for sure, Togekiss. So down I go to the Magma Storm. So maybe this is just payback from when I dodged that Fire Blast versus Danny, but that kind of sucked. Because I missed so many Stone Edges, too. Even though Tyranitar wouldn't have been able to beat, I think he still had Keldeo and Zygarde, I'm pretty sure, one of those two. And I didn't have anything to hit Keldeo either way. But I did have Ice Punch for Zygarde, that's for sure. So next team we got versus Kevon, and he has a Rain team, so it's going to be nice versus my Hail team. Because Hail kind of just murks a lot of Rain teams with Freeze Dry. Until you run into a Soul Vest Magearna. Like, you got to have a Pokemon for sure for Hail. A lot of people do have it in the OU tier for sure, but looking at his team, he does not have something. So he leads off Kartana as a lead off of Ninetales. I don't want to take a Smart Strike. What is with these Kartana leads, man? As I go into Celesteela, Celesteela should be able to take a knockoff, anything like that. Even though knockoff would suck, but he just goes for the safe Smart Strike right there, so that's pretty nice for me. As now I actually predict him to switch out into Pelipper, get the Rain up, so I pull a nice double into my Alolan Ninetales right here because I want to get the Hail up, and this is my probably only opportunity since if I don't get a switch in on the Pelipper, he could have switched in Pelipper on my Alolan Ninetales, and that allows him to never allow me to get the Veil up because Rain would go up, and I need Hail up to get the Veil up, if that makes sense. So even though Pelipper is risking getting Freeze Dried, and Freeze Dry would annihilate Pelipper since it's 4 times weak to it, because, you know, it's super effective to water types. So I got the Veil up as he went to Kartana. I go into Zygarde now since I kind of expect Kartana to maybe even go for a Sacred Sword, predicting the Celesteela, or maybe even knockoff, but he just went for the safe Smart Strike. So now I expect him to probably want to switch out again as in comes the Pelipper, so that's why I'm pretty sure I switch out my Zygarde over here into my Alolan Ninetales again. Yep, that's what I do, because Alolan Ninetales actually murks his team with Freeze Dry. Like, he has no good switching to it at all. Kartana is going to get 2-hit KO'd, Pelipper is going to get murked, Kingdra is going to get murked, like Swampert is going to get murked. So yeah, in comes Kartana. It's actually pretty weakened from all the Hail switch-ins, so go for Freeze Dry, almost knock it out, and it has like literally 1 turn left to live until Hail knocks it out. So I go into Zygarde over here, and I guess he has to choose if he wants to keep his Kartana, and it looks like he does not. He goes for the Sacred Sword, and down goes Kartana. So that is beautiful for me. It's Choice Scarf most likely, looking at it. I mean, Bandit would have done a little bit more. And if he was Z-move, he probably would have tried to break through like Zygarde or Celesteela. So in comes Tapu Koko. It is definitely timid since it is shiny, and he has Dazzling Gleam. But does not knock me out because I have the Veil up. I get that nice Figgy Berry, eat it, and now I go for a Dragon Dance, and that is a yum 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 delicioso. So he does have Howlucha, But Hawlucha, hopefully I can maybe pull through with a coil or something like that. So I go for 1,000 arrows to knock out Tapu Koko since I outspeed it, since I got that +1 speed from Dragon Dance and Hail ends. And now in comes the Pelipper actually, because I guess Pelipper, he wants to get the rain up really badly instead of Hawlucha, which is interesting. Didn't expect that. Maybe it's a max defense Pelipper is what I'm guessing. So go for the 1,000 arrows. Unfortunately, Pelipper gets one-shotted, so I get a critical hit. Maybe if it was max defense, it would live, but I mean, his only bet right there would try and Scald Burn me. But at least he gets to bring in Kingdra, which is actually smart, because Kingdra does outspeed Zygarde at +1 speed, since Kingdra gets +2 speed in rain. So now I'm just bringing my Alolan Ninetales to counteract that and get rid of his Swift Swim, as he actually goes for the Ice Beam, so I'm pretty sure he's Choice Specs and locks himself into that. So that's pretty nice for me. He doesn't go for Hydro Pump, because I think Hydro Pump wouldn't be able to knock me out, even if he specs, but I don't know if I still have Veil up, I don't know, I forget. Yeah, Veil ends just right there, so, oh wait, no. Yeah, Veil ended, so I guess maybe Hydro Pump would have been able to knock out Alolan Ninetales, even though I'm running max HP, I'm not too sure. But I went for the Veil, and Hawlucha came in, and actually I'm faster than it, which is weird. It activated its Electric Seed, so he must have been not Unburdened, so that is a no-no for you. You gotta have Unburden on Hawlucha to activate your Electric Seed and be faster than all the Pokemon, and pretty much a no-you tier. So that kind of sucks for him. Even if you were like Brave Nature, 0 IVs and speed, with Unburden, you'd still outspeed like a lot of Pokemon. I know you get like 400 speed because it's always double, and Hawlucha's insanely fast. So he's definitely not Unburdened. So then comes Kingdra, just Freeze Dry it, down it goes. In comes the Swampert, and yeah, that's his last Pokemon, and Freeze Dry will actually not KO the Swampert since he goes on a Sliver, and I guess Swampert is really, really bulky. And plus I'm not running any special attack EVs, so that's probably why as well. So, yeah. I get a freeze right there, but I think he breaks out. Yeah, he thaws out. Actually has Rock Slide as well, but Ninetales lives it because I have the Veil up. And I can just go for another Freeze Dry, so he just forfeits right there. And that is going to be a GG versus Kevon. So, next up we got versus Joey Fontaine. And look at his team. He has an interesting team. He got Magearna, Kieran Black, 2 insanely good Pokemon to know you, and then a Sceptile, which is probably Mega. Clefable, you know, standard, maybe Stealth Rocks on the team looking at it. Togekiss, which is annoying, Air Slash, and then Cofagrigus. That's an interesting mon. Cofagrigus is pretty cool though, because, you know, it's immune to fighting. Unless your name's Megalopony, but then Megalopony catches that mummy and then it can't go for another fighting type or normal type move because Scrappy's gone. So you gotta have like Toxic on that bad boy or something, or just like try and KO it before, or make it weakened. But anyways, lead off with Ninetales. Just get the Veil up. Hopefully that is not Choice Scarf from Magearna. So sometimes people like to just lead off of that and just like Flash Cannon or Ice Beam your Landorus Tease, and I guess Flash Cannon and Alolan Ninetales, but luckily that did not happen. And I live on a sliver of HP as well. So that's pretty nice, 7 HP Alolan Ninetales versus Flash Cannon. So now I bring in my Porygon-Z as I expected their Flash Cannon, but nope, he bossed me with that Fleur Cannon, and that almost KO'd me, but at least, you know, I got that Veil up, so now I could go for the Z conversion and pretty much live everything, unless he has Heart Swap, which would actually just, like, be crazy of a play right there. Like, I would go for that for sure if I had Heart Swap, but nobody runs that in OU. They run that in Uber Steer for Xerneas. Maybe somebody would run that, but I don't know. I actually have ran that before. I mean, I actually have run to that before, like one time, and it was actually like this month, or actually last month, October. So I don't know what he was doing, but maybe it's for something in the OU tier. So, anyways, in comes Clefable. It's named Nice Try, so I'm guessing it's unaware for sure, and plus it's taking hail damage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's taking hail damage, so it is unaware. So Magikarp wouldn't take hail damage, and I'm pretty sure +1 adaptability would maybe even knock out Magikarp Clefable from full. So since he was unaware, he lives it. But at the same time, I'm adaptability and I'm electric type, so Thunderbolt 2 shots Clefable either way. Also going to be like max special defense. It's just so dang strong. Porygon-Z modest. Now I brought in Celesteela as he brought in Cofagrigus, and I go for the Autotomize. Just go for a Flash Cannon. Should do a lot to Cofagrigus, unless it's going to be like Pain Split. That could be a lot more annoying to deal with and maybe even 1v1 me. But he turns out to just be Trick Room, and judging it from his Cofagrigus, he's probably just like max speed, maybe even max special attack, because he does have nasty lot on there. I see no item, so that kind of worries me because he might be Z-move. Go for another Flash Cannon, and the next one should be able to knock him out, but he goes for that Ghosty and Z. Never-ending Nightmare, and I'm like, oh man, this is kind of scary because Celesteela might get one-shotted by a nasty plot Cofagrigus, even though this thing is not even RU, it's like NUBL, I think. But nope, Celesteela lives it, and I do got that Sitrus berry, so yum yum yum, delicioso. And we just knock out Copper Vegas. But unfortunately, Trick Room is still up, and Celesteela is actually faster than everything on his team, since I have +2 speed from Autotomize, and my Veil Lens as well. So at least I get a Beast Boost though. So in comes Shofu Sucks. Whoa, Joey, that's rude. How could you? But I guess Shofu Sucks just knocks me out with a Fusion Bolt, so I guess maybe Shofu does not suck. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Shofu sucks, but maybe I guess Joey does. I don't know. So, bringing Alolan Ninetales, as I actually forgot the Trick Room is still up, and Kyurem is actually faster than me, so I switch out into Tyranitar, and maybe he thinks I'm going to be like Choice Scarf Tyranitar or something like that, and he thought that I just played him right there, but nope, I just kind of forgot that Trick Room is still up, and I just wanted to get the Veil up. So he actually packs the Hidden Power Fire. I was kind of scared he just went for a Fusion Bolt. He could have easily went for that, to be honest, and knock out Ninetales. I mean, practically it was at like 0 HP, so now I just Mega Evolve, and the Dragon Dance's up. And pretty much I just went for that because I'm pretty sure I can live anything Kyurem wants to go for. Maybe even like remove Free Shock, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, probably not. I would probably get KO'd by that, but I would definitely live Earth Power for sure. For sure. So he brought in a Clefable. I'm just going to pray I hit the Stoners, because if I don't, then I can't break through this Clefable with Tyranitar at all, since it's unaware. But luckily, I do hit and I knock it out, so that is beautiful for me. But unfortunately, in comes Sceptile, and actually Sceptile is a threat and a half, because if it has Focus Blast, Leaf Storm, and if it has Dragon Pulse, it literally KOs Zygarde, Suicune, and Tyranitar. But luckily for me, I dodged that Focus Miss right there, so that is very unfortunate for Joey Fontaine, as he would have just KO'd Tyranitar right there. So, yeah, goodbye Leafs. So now I just knock him out with the Ice Punch, and then in comes Magearna, I go for the Fire Punch, almost KO it. Bad Earthquake, I'll KO it, but nope. So Magearna goes for the Aura Sphere, which is pretty interesting. Don't see that too much on Magearna. Usually just like, you know, Flare Cannon, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon. Like, I thought it would be a Soul Vest, which it probably is, but you don't see that too much. Like, Hidden Power Fire is more common on Magearna for Ferrothorn and Scizor. So go for Stone Edge on the Kyurem, since it would knock it out. I don't want to go for Fire Punch or Ice Punch, since it doesn't not KO it. And then the last one is Togekiss, and all I really need to do is just hit a Stone Edge and just win the game. But unfortunately, I missed the Stone Edge, so there's a lot of misses this game. I mean, this video. We just need to use a bunch of moves that don't miss. Like, I'm tired of all these games being thrown away because all these moves miss. Like, you know how many times we lose the game because a move misses? But hey, that's bad, man. So, go into Alolan Ninetales, get the Veil up, because I just want to, you know, live everything. Because what if this is like nasty plot Togekiss and just air slashes everything? But unfortunately, Defox, I'm like, hey, that's not nice. Let me get this Veil back up. I'm gonna spam it until you lose all your Defox. That's what I do. But he just goes and knocks me out right here. I guess he didn't want to spam Defog, like I was gonna spam Aurora Veil. So he is leftovers too. So I mean, pretty much standard Togekiss, I would guess. Except Defog, Togekiss, they don't see that too much. Usually it's like Heal Bell, Nasty Plot, Air Slash, Roost. So I'm bringing Zygarde, just going to go for some Dragon Dances and just try and break through this Togekiss, because I don't want to go into Suicune, because, I don't know, I just don't want to calm mind up. I want to win with Zygarde. He does have Dazzling Gleam, so that does a nice chunk, and yeah, he can go for the Defog, get rid of the Aurora Veil, and actually knock me out with Dazzling Gleam. So go for 1,000 Arrows. That unfortunately does not 2-hit KO the Togekiss. And he goes for the Defog. So like I said, that is not going to be good, because now I can't knock out Togekiss for the next 1,000 Arrows, and he can knock me out with the Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, losing the Sceptile to the Tyranitar was actually huge, because he would have just won right there. Would have KO'd my Tyranitar, I think. I'm pretty sure it KOs Tyranitar. Even though I have Sand Up, so Focus Blast is just so dang strong. Maybe it's a roll, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it KOs, because I mean it's 4 times weak to it. I'm just guessing it does. And then, you know, Leaf Storm Suicune, and then Dragon Pulse Zygarde, and then just, you know, whatever my Alolan Ninetales, like, I don't know if he has Hidden Power Fire or Giga Drain, something like that, Leaf Storm, he could do whatever. So, unfortunately, Joey loses that, as I just scalded his Togekiss at the last ditch effort from his Togekiss. So, got pretty lucky right there, not gonna lie, got pretty lucky right there. So, next up, we got versus Blob Kid. I think this is the last battle. Yeah, this is the last battle. Looking at his team, probably Mega Sceptile, Xatu. Looks like a kind of like a stall team, to be honest. Primarina, Mega Sableye, Xatu, and then Tangrowth. And then Kartana, even though Kartana is offensive. And maybe a Sylveus Tangrowth, maybe Roxalol, Marowak. I don't know. Pretty interesting team, not gonna lie. I like this team. So, I'm pretty sure I just lead off Alolan Ninetales. It's always like my dedicated lead most of the time. And just try and get the Veil up as he does lead off with Alolan Marowak. Probably just wants to get rocks up with his Alolan Marowak. So maybe he wants to go for a Flare Blitz and just KO me, but I have the Veil and I hopefully will live one hit. Since I lived the Flash Cannon from Zygarde, and that's 4 times weak to me. I mean, I'm Steel and Fairy, so it makes sense. So he does get the rocks up right there. Kind of expected this since it is his only rocker on the team. And now I just bring in my Tyranitar as hopefully he doesn't go for a Bone Ring and just bop me real quick. But I mean, I would live it, but he actually has Toxic, so I'm like, oh man, what is this nasty team? Toxic Alolan Marowak. I hate getting Toxic on my Tyranitar because now I'm limited to my Dragon Dances and sweeping capabilities. So actually, it's pretty cool. He does have 2 Magic Bouncers, which is Xatu and the Sableye, so I guess he really does not like Hazard versus his team. And yeah, he would have actually allowed me to get Hazards up if I let off the Tyranitar, and if I did have Stealth Rocks on it. Unless he would have just went to hard Xatu, but Xatu would get bopped by Tyranitar, like always. Like Stone Edge and Crunch, I mean, practically I'm a little counter to Xatu. Although Xatu's like Grass Knot, that could be something. But anyways, yeah, in game Primarina, I got the Dragon Dance up and the Stone Edge, and down goes Primarina, so that's pretty nice. Maybe it was like Specs Primarina, I don't know. But yeah, you're not gonna live a Stone Edge because even if you're max defense, it would maybe take one, but does a lot. So your Vengeance Merit there with the Choice Scarf Kartana, and down I go, so that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be Choice Scarf, but he is. I was kind of hoping he'd be like Z-Move looking at his team. So now I bring in Celesteela, and Celesteela will easily just like destroy Kartana, but he brings in Xatu right there, so that's a nice play. I just went for the Autotomize just because, I don't know, I just was kind of thinking Celesteela would sweep his team. But Flash Cannon, I think, doesn't even 2-hit KO Xatu. It does a lot though. Yeah, it doesn't even 2-hit KO it. But he does have the Heat Wave and unfortunately misses right there. It probably would have brought me to Sitrus Berry range and maybe I could take another for sure since Celesteela is so bulky. But he decides to just switch out right there. Maybe he didn't want to risk getting a Spadef drop from Flash Cannon or something like that. He could have probably done that. But I don't know. Like Xatu would have to roost right there up to max HP. Maybe he doesn't want to risk that. So he brought in Tangrowth, but actually Tangrowth doesn't even beat Celesteela. And I get a nice special attack boost, and I just air slash it down. So now in comes Sableye. Sableye is probably Mega, but it actually turns out to be Calm Mind. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Calm Mind Sableye. Don't see that too much, but it is a nasty set for sure. But usually Mega Sableye are just like max HP, max special defense, but this one's probably max defense, so that's kind of bad. And with Prankster, it's going to start Calm Minding all the way up. So I switch out Celesteela because I can't beat it 1v1, and I go into Alolan Ninetales, and pretty much my play is just try and get the Veil up and hope that he doesn't Mega Evolve and maybe I can get a Hypnosis off. Because he's not Mega Evolving. I'm guessing because he wants to keep the Prankster and he just wants to, you know, boost up as much as possible and just like live all hits. So he does have Recover. Probably his last moves are like Dark Pulse. I don't think he would have Shadow Ball since Shadow Ball doesn't have normal types, and maybe his other move is like Whisper Toxic, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's 2 attacks, Calm Mind, Recover. But he goes for actually another Calm Mind and does not Mega Evolve. So I actually went for the Hypnosis right here because I was like, he's not Mega Evolving. I'm guessing he maybe doesn't have the Mega Stone on it, or maybe he just, you know, like I said, wants to Prankster. So he wouldn't expect Hypnosis from the Alolan Ninetales and I get it off. So that is beautiful for me. And that allows me to go into Porygon-Z with the Veil up, and I can try and break through this Sableye with Z Conversion. So that's what I'm going to do. Crystal Gem, here I come. I'm going to go for that Z Conversion, get that nice boosty boost. And I actually need an Plot up as well, since he has a few Calm Minds, and I just, you know, need to break through that and just zap through his team, to be honest. Even though he does have Choice Scarf Kartana, and that can outspeed Porygon-Z and maybe knock me out. But maybe if I can break through fast enough, I can live hit. But unfortunately, he woke up right there and has a Snarl, so lowers my special attack, which is bad. So he does have a Dark move. I'm pretty sure Snarl is Dark, right? Yeah, it's Dark. Lower base power though, but lowers my special attack, so that's pretty smart. So he goes for another Calm Mind. Very peculiar that he's not Mega Evolving because he gets a lot more bulk when he Mega Evolves. Like insane more bulk. I don't know why he's not. But now he gets an Plot up again. Like I'm really just going to break through the Sableye. I'm not messing around with it. He goes for another Snarl and lowers my special attack even more. But yeah, Thunderbolt should easily, after another Plot, just KO Sableye. Like I want to just one-shot it, pretty much. Like I don't want to play around it. Luckily he did not critical hit me as well, because that would have easily knocked me out through the defense boost and the Aurora Veil, since it ignores all that. So down goes Sableye, knock it out with the Thunderbolt. And now in comes Choice Scarf Kartana. I actually want to keep my Porygon-Z as a sack, so I switch out right here. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to go for like a Sacred Sword or something like that. So I went to Zygarde. Hopefully he doesn't click knockoff, but he does click knockoff, so down goes my Figgy Berry. That kind of sucks. I'm not even too sure if knockoff would have knocked out Porygon-Z since, you know, it's not boosted. Since he can't knock off an item from Porygon-Z since Hellzine. So I go for a Coil because I'm expecting him to maybe go for another knockoff. I don't know, I just wanted more defense. And plus I outspeed the Zatu when it comes in, for sure. Unless he's max speed. But I'm pretty sure he's defensive, judging from the flash cannon damage. Like, he's probably like even specially defensive. So, in comes Kartana, goes for Leaf Blade. Luckily, no critical hit, as I do live it. But unfortunately, I lost my Figgy Berry, so I don't get any boost of HP, and he gets to knock me out the next one. So I switch out right there into my Celesteela, as I'm pretty sure he's Scarf, like I said. I mean, I know he's Scarf. And I can take the Leaf Blade right there. So he's threatened out by my Celesteela, as I could just easily Fire Blast it. I just go for the Air Slash, since it can knock out Kartana from that range, and it covers him switching out into Alolan Marowak. So I'm kind of scared of Alolan Marowak living, since Alolan Marowak does like to live hits, like usually always on like a sliver of HP, and I don't want to lose my Celesteela since that's my answer to Kartana. So yeah, I switch out, as he is going to be Lightning Rod, since he does take a nice recoil damage from the Flare Blitz. So that's pretty much given, since Alolan Marowak does like to run Lightning Rod a lot of the times. So, bring in my Alolan Ninetales, as I just want to get the Veil up, pretty much live hits, and get some more chip damage up on the Alolan Alolan Marowak with the Hail, and maybe I can, you know, live a Flare Blitz, but I don't, because maybe I can go for a Hypnosis or a Freeze Dry. But he does take a lot of recoil damage and Hail damage. Now I'm pretty sure Celesteela will easily knock it out, and I do get that nice Sitrus Berry, and maybe I can even live a Flare Blitz with Veil up. Who knows? I mean, Celesteela's bulky, so if I do miss Air Slash, that could be a problem. I mean, 5% chance, but luckily I don't. So I get that nice Beast Boost, and Kartana is his last mon, so hopefully I don't miss. But I actually just go for the Fire Blast, because I'm pretty sure Kartana won't be able to just break through Celesteela. Like, Sacred Sword did absolutely nothing with Veil up, so down goes the Kartana to the Fire Blast, and that's going to be a GG versus Blopkid. So, that is going to be it for the Wi-Fi battles. Yeah, very long one. I don't know what I should call this. Maybe, I don't know, something the movie again. Since actually I really enjoy uploading long Wi-Fi battles. It's really fun. Just uploading a bunch of bulk battles, because a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it as well. So, yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. So, that is going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And comment question of the day is going to be, I guess, I don't know, what is your favorite ice type? Leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. My favorite ice type as well is, I don't know. There's a lot of good ice types that I like. I love Frostlass a lot. I mean, granted, ghost types are my favorite, so maybe Frostlass, but I do love Alolan Ninetales as well. It's just so good, and it's just beautiful as well. I love foxes, and, you know, it looks majestic. And yeah, that's going to be it. Peace, everybody.